1988, when the AIDS epidemic was new and people were being ostracized from workplaces, from their homes, from every place, and had nowhere to go, we wanted to open a ministry for those who are living with some stage of the virus. The name that we chose was Corpus Christi because they too were the body of Christ, and the body of Christ that, like in the lepers, was being crucified at that time and being met with hatred and disdain. So we had the property, and there was a very strong neighborhood association on Tower Hill, and this property is at the foot of Tower Hill. So the city rejected it, and we couldn't find a place to go or a way to help people. We would minister to their needs as we could. We would, for instance, we'd go out and take people to their doctor's visits or bring them in and just sit and converse with them so that they knew that somebody cared about them. With some people it was as simple as bringing them in and hugging them, and so many of them hadn't been touched or hugged with a bare hand in a long time. So this corpus of Christ is decoupaged with all the articles, well, not all the articles, but the entire body is covered with articles that were written to stop us from building an AIDS residence in the city of Lawrence. It's then we have superimposed on top of that all of our friends who during the course of those 5 years and beyond died of AIDS. Unfortunately, many with no home to call their own, and some with no family that would love them or care for them. But these are the people, for the most part, that waited during those 5 years for a place to call home. And this is the body of Christ that every Good Friday we take down from the cross, symbolizing that the job of Lazarus House always is to take Christ down from whatever cross he hangs on, whether that's the cross of poverty, discrimination as a result of hate or fear or whatever it is at that given time. That's what we're called to do, not just to see Jesus in bread and wine, but to see Jesus in flesh and blood, and to take him down from the cross and care for him to the best of our ability. AIDS is no longer the leprosy that it was, and people want to live a normal life. The people who come to us now are pretty much people who are very sick, who can't work, who can't afford to maintain their own apartment, as opposed to people who were not welcome in their family or not welcome in their homes because of fear in those days. So this is Jesus, once again, spit on and mocked and set aside, this time because he has AIDS.